I've done several motor reviews in the past, and this is one of them. This is the 1306 motor. I run this on my Blade 150, and this is awesome to fly, especially in a neighborhood. I've been a long-term fan of these 1806 motors, these 2300s DYS. These have been awesome. I bought it for this ET200 frame, thinking that yeah, it would be, it would be okay, and it might be adequate. Oh my gosh, this frame is so light. Those motors are awesome. I've also done a motor review on these 1106 Eosenes, and these things are just so small. And in fact, I just got propellers in today for them. So my quad build with these will be coming soon. Well, today I have one other 1306 motor I wanted to review. These are the Eachine 1306 motors, and from what I've seen before and what I've read, I think these are a lot like the DYS motors. But anyway, they come in a package where you get a forward and reverse threaded propellers, so you can make sure that when you put these on, all you have to do is finger tight your motors, your motor shafts, and the propellers will not spin off even when you crash. It is very nice. On this one here, I have to tighten these down with an Allen wrench or a pair of pliers to get them tight. This one over here, my ET200, since it has those counterclockwise and clockwise motors, you just put it on finger tight, as tight as you can with your fingers, and that's good enough. The propellers won't come off and they won't spin off. It's actually pretty awesome. Anyway, let me get these open and we'll take a look at them. So here's the counterclockwise one. You can tell because it says counterclockwise, also because the motor adapter, the prop adapter up here on the top, is black. And counterclockwise means that the top here, you have to spin it clockwise to come off, and counterclockwise to tighten it up. Now, a counterclockwise motor needs to spin clockwise. The propeller needs to spin clockwise like this, and that's the same direction the top here screws off. It spins off clockwise, and you want the prop to spin clockwise. Not because you want this prop to spin off, but when it tries to spin, it's going to put pressure the other way on the motor and help tighten it down. Anyway, just trust me, it's right. That's you can see it right there. There's my front left prop that spins clockwise, and it has the black top on the top, and it spins clockwise, counterclockwise to get off. Oh my gosh, this counterclockwise stuff always makes me real confused, and I have a hard time remembering it. Anyway, inside along with this motor also comes with these M2 screws, and also comes with a couple of little banana connectors and some shrink wrap to help you put those on if you want to use them. I've just been soldering these little small motors directly to the ESC, so I don't have to worry about any of this stuff, and I use the shrink wrap in other places. Here's the DYS motor on my Blade 150, and here's the Eachine 1306 motor, and you can tell these things are almost identical in size and the shape. So if one copied the other, well then that's great, who knows. But it's pretty much exactly the same as the DYS motors. But here, let's go ahead and measure the shaft to make sure that it's the same. I have it zeroed? Yeah, it's zeroed. Okay, so the shaft hopefully is 5mm, and it is. That's good, 4.92. The DYS motor, it was 5mm as well. Let's just check this out real quick, just for the housing. We'll get some measurements off this. 14.29 on the height, and the bell itself is 17.27 millimeters. And the other thing I looked at on the other one were the windings inside here, and let's see if I can get this close enough you can see them. And they look decent. It's a little bit dark, but I'm getting a little bit of vision on these. They look okay. There's nothing. I mean, it's kind of hard on these small ones to say, ooh, these windings are really good, or ooh, these windings are really bad. Usually they just look okay, and you can't really tell because there's just so few of them. Anyway, that's the Eachine 1306 windings. So to give you something to compare this against, this is the Sunny Sky 2204 motor, and it just kind of dwarfs the 1306 in size, at least on the width. The height is a little bit more, but that's because it's an 06 and this is an 04. Anyway, that's kind of how they compare. I figured more people will have seen this one. But like I was saying earlier, look at these windings. Boy, they sure are easy to see compared to these, just because there's not much room in there. The DYS 1806 motors weighed in at 24 grams. The DYS 1306 motors weighed in at 13.6 grams. So I'm going to go ahead and wind these wires up here a little bit, and we'll see what this comes in weighing. These come in at 13.7, and the Like I said, the 1306 ones weighed in at 13.6 grams, so it's probably the same thing. Just might have longer wires or something to add on that extra 0.1 grams. These motors are rated for 2-cell and 3-cell batteries. Now, one time I tried running 4-cell through some 1306 motors, and I didn't have very good results, but I think it's because the screws were going up too far into the motor, and that was actually on this Blade 150 back here. So I got some washers now. I'm going to pull those screws out and put some washers in so they don't go quite as far into the motors, and give it another shot. So these 1306s, when I was trying this one with 4 cells, those motors were just screaming because they just got so much more power. It was pretty fun to fly. The only thing was they came down really hot. Anyway, this has just been a quick look at these Eachine 1306 motors. If you have any questions about these, leave in the comments. I'll try to help you out as best I can. And if you're interested in seeing these push 4-cell through them, go ahead and subscribe because that video should be coming up soon. And as always, thanks for watching.